Right. Right. Today we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do Myriad. So let's get that ready. There it is. But this weekend I was messing around with Shalom's Dis64. An ANK bit. Yeah. Yeah, this weekend I was messing around with Shalom's Dis64 because a lot of people were talking about it and having issues installing it. So what I thought we would do in the first bit of this was to install what you need and then how to use it. Yeah. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it on Windows. We'll install what you need, and for those people that have got a Windows version that it won't install on, we'll try and see if we can do it on the Raspberry Pi. I've got a fresh image spooled up on the Pi 4 and see if we can do it on there. We should be able to do it. We should be able to run the disassembler on there. But also, I changed it as well, and Shalom's actually incorporated it into his repo. I put in some VIC20 code that will allow us to disassemble a VIC20.
Oh my god, more bits? Thank you very much. You guys really spoil me.
Yeah, that's one of my new ones. That's the first time I've heard it. Right, so I don't know if anybody's on that was wanting to know how to do this, but I've spooled up a brand new Windows. Yeah, so this is in the VM. Hello. No. That was Aston. Thought he was going to come in then. So I've spooled up a new clean Windows 10. It was freshly updated yesterday, and it still wants to do some updates. Well, it can wait. Oh, give it chance, mate. FaZe, give it chance. I bet Microman subscribed when it was in the countdown. He normally does. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get Shalom's... You didn't subscribe today? All right. Oh no, you didn't. Okay, so you did. You subscribed in the stream. Yeah. Right. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do is we are going to install what we need for Dis64, and we're going to disassemble a Commodore 64 program and a VIC20 program. So, hopefully this will give you an idea of what to do, and then we'll do it on the Raspberry Pi. I'm sure it should do it on a Raspberry Pi, but we'll give it a go, just in case for those people who've got old computers and can't do it. It should be able to work on a Raspberry Pi. So the first thing we need to do is we need to install Node.js. If you haven't got Node.js, there's a dead easy... Well, if you don't know if you've got it, there's a dead easy test. Just go into command and just type in Node. If you get that, you haven't got it installed. Yeah? Dead easy, simple test. I think it's probably better to do it like this. -- version. Yeah, something like that, yeah? So we need to install Node. So we go on to the Node.js website. Now remember, this is a VM, and I've only give it limited memory, yeah? So it might be a bit sluggish, but we'll see. Now we don't want the Windows one. We want this one, nodejs.org. Click downloads and just download the latest one. The latest one. So we are Windows 64-bit. So we'll grab that. No, I've not tried getting a Pi at the moment because I saw how much they were going for. Ridiculous. Pi 3 for 140 quid. You gotta be kidding me. I'll wait. So let's install Node. Just do next. You just win yours. Right. So it shouldn't take too long to install it. Right. Okay. Now, if we go back to the command line, we should be able to see... Ooh. Oh, hang on, I've got to redo the command line again, haven't I? cmd -- version. There we go. So there's node. So as soon as you get a number, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Now, you've got to then download Shalom's code. Yeah? Go download Shalom's code. So we need to go onto GitHub. Now, the quick way of getting there. Come on. Thank you. What do you mean this browser's not supported? Dis64. There we go. Oh, mine's not listed. I wonder why. Mine's not listed. But Shallon's incorporated my code into his now. Because you'll see that it's at the bottom. Look, it's got all the VIC stuff, yeah? And I think, yeah, in the change log. There you go. So what you need to do is we need to download the code from his Git. Now, there's a dead easy way to do it. If you've got VS Code installed, yeah? Come on, VS Code. Where are you? Whoops. Not that. Get VS Code up and running. Right, that's on some music thing. So we'll close that. And what you do is you grab... How many VS Codes have I got up and running? Just the one. You click on this code button. And you copy the Git URL. Yeah. Then in VS Code, going to the source control button, which is this one here. Clone repo. Paste in the URL. Click on the link. And then VS Code says, right, where would you like to put it? So we're going to put it in there. Come on, wakey, kick ass. And we'll put it in there. We'll put it in the kick-ass folder. Hey, Mark. So we've selected the repo location. It then goes off and gets it. So we'll just let it do it. Oh, it's done it already. We'll open it up. Yes, we trust it. There we go. Now I've got a workspace. I put a workspace. So if you want to use the workspace, just grab the workspace, click on open. Well, at least you'll be able to watch it to start with. Right, so now we've got Shalom's code. Well, Shalom's code with my add-on in there. First, then the next thing we need to do, we need to fire up a terminal because we need to install the node modules that go into it. And that's dead easy. Just type in npm install and you just let it go off and it grabs the modules that it needs. There you go. Done. We are done. So we need to find some suspects. So let's see if we can find some suspects. So what C64? Ooh, what C64 games should we do? What C64 game should we do? Anybody got a... I mean, I'll do Scramble. I'll put Scramble in. Bubble Bobble. Okay, let's try that. That was... Oh, that's Puzzle Bobble, isn't it? The reason I did scramble is because I know it's not been hacked. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh my god, more bits? Thank you very much. You guys really spoil me.
And Mark, oh my god, thank you. 1,000 bits. Thank you, mate. It's much appreciated. You what? Is it a mistype? What, it should have been 10 bits? Thank you very much, mate. It's much appreciated. Right, I got to figure out which one it is. I can't remember which one it was now. 1980 something. I wonder if it was this one. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. That's the rubbish one, that one is. That one? No. There are some...
Oh my god, more bits? Thank you very much. You guys really spoil me.
He spends it on smack. Oh dear. No, I don't. Oh, which one was it? Is there more than one page on this? Oh yeah, there is. Hang on. Which one was it? I think... 1984. No, it's not that one. Oh, I thought I'd this. No, not that one. You wouldn't believe how many scrambles there are, wouldn't you? That one. No, not that one. We'll do Bubble Bobble. Let's just pick something. Should be able to do that. Any particular one? That one? Right, we'll grab that. So we need the PRG file. Nope, it's not in there. Okay. Oh, I need to install something else, don't I? Hang on. DIR master, isn't it? That's the fella. Because we need the PRG. Right, run. This is why I run it on a VM. Right, open in downloads. Okay, it's not in there. Bubble Bobble. And we'll export that. And we'll export it. How do you update Node.js? Good question. Good question. I suppose you could just install the latest version. Don't know. I've never updated Node.js. I mean, the Raspberry Pi's running 12, I think. Right, so we've just extracted that PRG. Right, so let's find a VIC. I think it's Zimmerman, isn't it? VIC20. There we go. So we'll go with our old favourite games. 8K. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. So we'll go with him. Go with Myriad. And we will copy that into the folder as well. Where are we? Put that in there. Right. So we've got two PRGs. There are Bubble Bobble and Myriad. So we've got a VIC20 8K game and we've got a C64 game. Now the way to do this is if you go into the README, right at the very bottom it gives you the full parameter list here. Now there is a bug in it which is because of that. So you grab that, paste it in, and all you do is you put in, so we're going to do Bubble Bobble first. So bub dash bobble, yeah, that's how you spell it, isn't it? .prg. There's a PRG, we're going to send it out to bub bob. We'll send it to that directory. I don't want that in there. And you don't have to have model listed if it's a 64 program because it defaults to that anyway. And what you do, you just hit enter. And away it goes. And so what it does, it disassembles the whole lot. And then it scans for the VIC bank and stuff like that. And then it scans for the labels. Then it scans for bad code. Then it flattens the byte arrays. And then formats the output. So it's generating the labels. It's very clever. So it's getting it done. So it's cleaning up all the branches that don't work. That's flattening the byte sequence. So it's making the byte arrays. And that's it. It's done. So we'll fire another copy of VS Code up. And we will go into the folder that we've just got it to create. So we're in Kick-Ass, Dis64, Bub Bob. There we go. Select the folder. So there's our two assembly files. First one, the sys labels, is all the system labels. So all the sprite, all the VIC registers, all the SID chip registers, and all the CIA chip registers. And then Bubble Bobble is the game, and this is it. Right? And it goes on. I bet this goes on forever and ever and ever. So it's going. Wow, this is a big one. That is a big program, that is. So it goes all right. So it is. It's a full-on program. So let's see if it runs. So we've not changed anything. I'm going to see if it runs. F6. Come on. Come on. I bet that's the hack that's in doing that, is it? Yeah. Come on, you're gonna work. Come on. Well, I think that's it. How about that? Have I got my joystick set up? Hang on, let me just check that I've got the joystick set up. turn that down a bit. Right, so he should be able to play it. One. I don't know how to play this game. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you play this game. So there you go. That's the complete disassembly of Bubble Bobble, from including the hack, right? So, hey, my Beagle. So that's a C64 game, disassembled, assembled using Kick Assembler, and we didn't touch it. We didn't touch it one little bit. So Bubble Bobble, there you go. So we're going to do the same. We're going to do the same for Myriad. This time it's a VIC20 game, and this is what I was working on at the weekend. All right. So we'll go back to our original. We'll go back to the Dis64. We'll bring up the command that we had for Bubble Bobble, but this time we're going to do Myriad. Right. So MYRI myriad.pig. So we're going to put it in directory Myriad. And the model, now, even though this is an 8K model, even though it's an 8K game, because we've been doing all this reverse engineering of Myriad, it's still, the screen is still the unexpanded area. So we have to tell the disassembler that we're going to be using the unexpanded sys codes, right? Because if we use the expanded sys codes, it misses all the screen locations. But if I do this now, it'll get all the screen locations and the color RAM right, because I know that Myriad is the screen is located in the unexpanded part of memory, right? So here we go. So I'm going to press enter. It's going to go through all the same thing again. It's going to build the source code. It's going to sort out all the things. There we are. It's done. Done. Right. VS Code. Let's fire it up. So open folder. Gicast, this, Myriad. There it is. Right. Now I'm just going to do a slight tweak on this. I'm going to do a slight tweak on this because remember this is a 64 VIC20 game. So we need to change the emulator. Yeah, we need to change where the emulator's going. So I'm going to just do a quick tweak. Got to find where the emulator is. There it is. Right. And I'm going to make this a workspace. Right. And the only reason I'm doing that is because now I can set the settings for the workspace. Yeah. So let's get in there. Settings, workspace, extensions, kick. Right, so where's the kick assembler? New emulator. Here we go. Emulator runtime. So that is VIC, XVIC. And we need to put in dash model. I think it's, no, it's memory. Memory all. Because that's telling it to put all the memory in it. Right, so that should. So here we go. Here's Myriad, disassembled. So it's got all the bytes. And then it's got all the code, look, all the way down to there. So, do you think this is gonna... Here we go, F6. Does it run? Well, it's assembled. And there you go. And we didn't touch it. We didn't touch the look. We didn't touch it. So so Shallon's built this for the 64, and then I spent the weekend changing it to allow. Oh yeah, it catches all them as well, mate. It does a really good job. I mean, let's have a look. Oh no, let's go do it in here. Let's see if I can find one. So space $123. In fact, there isn't any, because normally those 0 pages are in byte areas. Let's try Bubble Bobble. Let's see if there was any in there. So find space $123. There you go. So he's got it. That's set to. So he's told the assembler. He's done it right. It's very clever. And all I did was add an extra layer onto it that allows us to overlay the VIC system labels on top of it, so So yeah, so this is how you work with this is how the Dis64 works. So that's how you install it. You have to install Node.js. Then you have to get the repo from either my repository or Shallon's, because he's now merged the pull request I sent him. And I have reverse engineered now with this, as when I was testing 24 C64 games and 12 VIC20 games. I did 3 unexpanded, 4 3K1s, and the rest were 8K or above. And only one failed. Only one failed. When I pressed F6, only one failed. Does it add the labels into the code? The system labels, you mean? Do you mean the system labels? Yes, it does. It's an import at the top. So look, so it does import sys labels, but it actually creates the sys labels as a separate file for you. So these are the 64 system labels. And then if I go back into Myriad, the system labels are the VIC20 system labels. And it knows, because we told it was an unexpanded VIC, it's put the color RAM to the right place as well as the screen RAM. Does it do C128? Well, if it's a C64 program, well, if it's a PRG, it'll disassemble it. Yeah? It'll do it. Does it do Mega 65? I haven't done anything about it. Right. So so that's doing it in Windows, yeah? So it's just a case of installing Node.js, grabbing the repo, and then doing it. But so let me shut this down, but I don't want it to do an update, because I'm going to get rid of that now. So I have got a Raspberry Pi up and running. So this is a fresh install Raspberry Pi. All I've done to it is I've installed VS Code. Yeah, that's all I've done to it. So we're going to do the same thing here. Yeah, and we're going to try now. It won't assemble it, but I want to show you that it will do the disassemble, yeah? Because I haven't got Kick installed, right? So the first thing we need to do is sudo apt install Node.js. And you just say yes. And off it goes. So if you, I mean, you can install Kick and Vice on it. It will work. It'll all work. It's just not on this image. So it's done it. So let's go to Git. It's a bit slow because it's over the Wi-Fi. Come on. So I'll do mine. So we're going to grab the URL. Oh, it's slow when you're waiting for it, isn't it? Right, there's Dis64. So this is exactly the same as Shallon's because I pushed all my changes to Shallon, but I just wanted to show you can do it from both ways. So we'll get the URL, copy. I think that's copied. You copied? Yeah. Fire up VS Code. Same thing again. Go to the source control. Clone repo. Put in URL. You tell it where you want to install it. So we're going to stick it in there. We are going to create a thing called Kickass. Select repo location and away it goes. So we're going to open the repo. What do you want? Hey? What do you want? You're a bit close to the camera, dude. You're a bit close to the camera. That's it. Go on, walk away now. Put it on. Right, trust. So I'll open the workspace because I put a workspace in there so we could use it in VS Code. And what the workspace does, it turns off Kick because it can cause a bit of an issue. So we're going to do the same thing again here. We're going to fire up a terminal. We're going to do npm install. Ooh, npm's not found. Oh, I've not installed npm. How do you install npm? Oh, I've not installed npm on here, have I? Oh, yeah, typo. Thank you, young sir. Oi! Pack it in. Shouldn't stick your face where it's not wanted. Right? Shouldn't stick your face where it's not wanted. Cool, this is taking its time. See, different installs between Windows and Raspberry Pi. Windows, it comes part of it. Raspberry Pi ain't. Right, let's try again. No, 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 no. No, we've already got it. Thank you. Oh, it's really slow. Have you finished? I'll get rid of you just in case. Right, here we go. So that should install all the packages. Here we go. While that's doing that, we'll grab a game. So we'll go on CSDB and we'll grab another, whichever game. So we'll do Bubble Bobble again. CSDB. It's only slow because I'm VNCing in. Right, we'll just pick a game off the front. I wonder if the PDFs. No, we'll do a VIC20 game because they'll be PRGs. Because they'll be in disc format, won't they? Google. I just want to show you that it works. God, you're getting slow. No, go away. Whatever. Go on, I pressed you. Thank you. So, Zim. VIC20. Right, so we'll grab a game and we'll just disassemble that game. So we'll pick a game. What should we pick? Games. Come on, games. Thank you. Oh, that's manuals. No, games. How did I get to manuals from there? So we will pick we'll pick another game, another 8-game game. I wonder if what I'm thinking is there. Come on. Keep going. Oh, too far. Well, there's tracks. But I want to see if it's here. There's Myriad. Oh, I've gone too far again. Come on. There we go. Click and wait. Click and wait. Click and wait. There it is. There it is. We'll grab that. Alright. So we'll grab that. We'll put it into the Dis64 folder. Yep, that's in there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right, same thing again. Go into the README. Scroll to the bottom. Copy that. It wasn't this slow before. Come on, copy. There we go. Paste it in there. We'll change the game. Painful. Maybe I should have put it on the telly. Now I've gone too far, I think. Hey Twitch. Right, so it's called Jetpack, yeah? Jetpack. We'll go to the directory. Oh, too far. Call it Jetpack. We'll get rid of that basic because we don't need it. Get rid of the space because it's a bit typo, and we'll say this is a VIC20 8K plus game, which it is. 8K plus. Press enter and it should do the same thing. There, up, done it. It's created a Jetpack folder. And there's Jetpack. Completely disassembled. Now I can't assemble it because I haven't got the kick assembler on this. But there you go. That's how you can use the Dis64 that Shalom wrote, that I wrote the VIC20 extension to. As simple as that. And as I've shown you, it works straight away. Absolutely works straight away. So if I get rid of that, because I can show you what I was working at the weekend, which was this. There we go. That's the one. So I was messing around. With Scramble. I did it the old way using Infiltrator. And we have issues, and I'll show you what the issues are. Where is it? It is. I think it's that one. No, it's not that. Oh, have I got rid of it? I must have zapped it. Yeah, I've zapped it. I got rid of it. It was that bad, I got rid of it. But this... There you go. So I've messed around with this because I've put the sprites. I've used my scripts to create extract the sprites. Look, I also used my scripts to extract the character set, and then I included them into here, which is the Dis64 disassembly. Because there you go, there's the sprites, and then at 3000, so if we go down here a little bit to 2, to 6, to 7, to 8, to F, here we go, there's the character set. And then all this data after this, all that is just the scenery. I've been working it out, it's just the scenery, how it works out the scenery. So there you go, that's how you can disassemble a Commodore 64 game and a VIC20 game using the Dis64 system made by Shalon, and it works 99% of the time. Like I say, out of the ones that I did, only one failed to do. Alright, any questions? Do you think you can all do it now? Because I did promise I would show how to do it and how to install it, yeah? I'm not too sure who had the problem. Who had the problem? Let's have a look. Thank you, Mark. I'll try my best. Who was having the problem? Was it Microman? Was it you? Oh, you have Windows 7. And it doesn't install on the doesn't the 32-bit version install on Windows 7? You have Node install. Oh, there you go then. So you should be able to. Well, what I'll do is when I come to edit it, the video, I'll split it into two. One there'll be it's going to be a what 40 minutes, 50 minutes video on how to do this, and then the rest will be Myriad, because we'll be starting Myriad again. You've been toying with it, so you've got it working, have you? You got it working on your box, Microman. Excellent, so it works on Windows 7, that's what we like to hear. Go for the retros. Right, okay guys, well hopefully that's helped explain how to use the Dis64 system, how to install Node, and how to use it. Come on, you can't mess around with mummy.
Oh my god, more bits? Thank you very much.
Oh,
you guys really spoil me.
Mop, thank you for the 500 bits, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right. So let's get that. Right, let's get that sorted out. Thank you, Twitch Ego. Right, so that's the next reverse engineering thing that I've been toying with, yeah? So we're back to Myriad. So, you know how to run Dis64 on the Raspberry Pi. I've shown you how to install it on Windows. You should be able to do it. If you have a problem, just ping me or Shalom. I'm sure he'll help, as well as me. Right, here we go. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.